Hey everyone, Namaste. My name is Sahrad, aka the Toy God, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'll be reviewing the latest episode of the Pokemon Master Journeys anime, which is the 71st episode of the Pokemon Master Journeys anime. And this episode was a perfect setup for a good episode. So, to know my review, please do rock smash that like button, serve the subscribe button, and do leave your comments in the PC below. With that out of the way, roll the intro. So the latest episode of the Pokemon Master Journeys anime was setting up the Project Mew, which was set up in episode 69. We see our boys head over to Sinnoh region where the Project Mew base camp is situated currently. And we see Gary return in this episode. We see that Gary has been assigned a mission and he's on his way to the mission, and he again gives a cold shoulder, which I marked in my 68 episode review. He again gives a cold shoulder to Go by purposefully not remembering Go's name and leaving him like that and leaving Go furious. And that's the thing, that's why I'm rooting for Go Gary rivalry. It's great to have Gary back in the anime, and it's great to see Gary being a cocky rival and a friend to Ash. Uh, our boys go to the Project Mew base, which is situated temporarily at Sinnoh region for now, and they meet up with the leader of the mission, the director of the mission, who is Hoduka, and he gives in detail about what it is. We already know from the beginning of the episode that Go was recommended by Professor Oak to be a part of this Project Mew, and since this is a big project, it's more likely that many people have applied, many people have got recommended into this project but have failed missions or are still taking part in missions and haven't cleared them yet. So that's what our Go has to do. He needs to do some trial missions to earn some Mew coins, some cryptocurrency Mew coins here, and the one with the most amount of Mew coins gets to become a chaser. And a chaser is a person who is a part of the main Project Mew team, and they said that there are only going to be 5 chasers in this whole Project Mew saga, Project Mew project or something. So the first task to even get into these trial missions, uh, the first mission to take is not even an actual mission. It's actually more of a trusting issue, a qualification mission, so that once this person is qualified to be a Project Mew abled candidate, then he can earn some Mew coins and get a spot to be a chaser among those 5 people who are going to be chasers. So that's what it's all about, and Go takes part in this trial mission, or should I say qualification mission, and Ash is here to help. Yes, throughout this episode, Ash is never treated as a person who is going to take part in Project Mew. It's always implied that Ash will help Go. Ash will help Go. He's only my partner. Ash will only cheer Go. He's just there to support Go. So the main focus of this Project Mew arc is Go, and it's not Ash. Ash is just a tag along in this whole Project Mew saga, and that's really bad to know. Like, this adds more fuel to the fire that Ash is taking a backseat in Journeys, and this is like a big fuel. It's like gasoline on a small fire. It's setting up a huge fire. It's not giving Ash a proper arc. It's currently focusing more on Go. But given that Ash is supporting Go, he's going to be there by Go always as his partner. It's safe to assume that maybe even though if he doesn't become a chaser right now, he may sooner or later become a chaser, or will stay uh, or maybe at the series finale, at the season finale, Go will part ways into the Project Mew thing, and Ash will part way into something of his own. So that is going to be a separation at the end of the season, or it could also be possible that Ash could take interest in this Project Mew and he could take part in it, or he could just be a tag along watching Go do all these missions, and Ash could just take a back seat and watch Go doing everything. He could possibly be a mentor to Go. But that's what I wanted to say about Ash's role in this episode and what I expect Ash's role to be in this whole Project Mu saga. But anyways, let's get to the main part. We get to see Asahi physically debut. Asahi introduces herself to the boys, and that's when we get to know that two of the chasers have already been selected. That's Asahi and Tsurugi, and they only have 3 more spots left, which I'm going to guess one of them is going to go to Go, one of them is going to go to Gary, and the third one could possibly be Ash or a new character who could be returning, who could be introduced, but we don't know who the third character would be. But I'm thinking Ash for now because of the reasons I've previously stated. And our first mission for Go is to catch an Alolan Ninetales in the Sinnoh region. Remember when I speculated in my previous speculation video that Alolan Ninetales could be a habitant of the Sinnoh region, and they could possibly put Alolan Ninetales in the Sinnoh region remakes, in the Sinnoh remakes. It could be possible. We might see Alolan Ninetales in the new Sinnoh remakes on Mount Coronet. So it could be a possibility. Guess I was wrong. It is revealed that this Ninetales was poached from the Alola region, and it escaped from the hunters and is now living in Mount Coronet, because Mount Coronet is almost a similar habitat to Mount Lanakila in Alola. So that's why it's living there, and it's currently acting rogue because, of course, guys, it's like it was kidnapped from its home. Of course, it would act rogue, it would be very vengeful, and it would try to seek out revenge. So that's why it wouldn't trust humans that easily, and Go's mission was to catch this Alolan Ninetales, which means he had to earn its trust, because as shown in the episode, he literally had to struggle a lot to even battle it. I mean, even with a Scizor who has the resistance to ice and Alolan Ninetales has a double weakness to Scizor, steel type moves, still puts Scizor off easily and defeats Scizor. So that's how strong this Alolan Ninetales is. And Alolan Ninetales causes a big blizzard which makes our boys stumble, it makes our boys struggle, and they end up somewhere, they end up fainted somewhere else, and that's when Tsurugi comes to help them. Tsurugi comes to their rescue, and Tsurugi says that they both are disqualified, or should I say Go is disqualified, and sooner they get to know the whole backstory of Ninetales, and then later, I think almost after some hours, they get to meet Alolan Ninetales again, and this time Go tries to not be aggressive, not try to battle it, and try to calm it down by bond. But in the beginning, he tries to battle it with Cinderace, which leads to a crack in somewhere else, which is shown to be a resting chamber for Regice, and Regice breaks through, and the whole Regice problem has to be handled by Ash. So that's where the team playing aspect comes, which is one of the markings, which is one of the requirements to be part of Project Mu. Teamwork is an essential part in Project Mu, and Go and Ash coordinating with each other to Go taking Alolan Ninetales and bonding with that while Ash battles Regice. So that dual thing, that separating, working as a team really worked, and Tsurugi just stayed there calm watching these both, so that, I mean, he has to pass them, he has to qualify them, so he took a backseat and saw these both working together. And sooner Go catches Alolan Ninetales through bonding. Ash, and this is where I feel bad for Ash, and I really feel bad for Ash for this whole series. He couldn't even manage to beat Regice, which Pikachu already has experience with by defeating Brandon's Regice, so he shouldn't have any problem defeating this Regice again. But he struggles, and that's where Tsurugi comes and brings out his legendary Urshifu, his single strike Urshifu, and shows off Urshifu, and Ash is the one who takes out the Pokédex and scans it, and Kubfu also shows up in the image, it also shows up in the Pokédex. So it might be a foreshadowing of Kubfu going to Ash and Urshifu probably going to Ash. But as I said many times in my previous speculations and my prediction videos, that Kubfu shouldn't be going to Ash right now. I don't think Ash needs another fighting type. So that's my opinion about this whole Kubfu situation. But let's see what happens. After Urshifu knocks Regis with one hit, they go. I mean, they don't even interact with Regis, they don't even catch Regis, they just go away. And Tsurugi says that I'll come back for you later, which implies that we could have a Reggie mission. Maybe Brandon could reappear in the series. Who knows? But this implies something in the future. That's what I wanted to say. Go gives the Alola Ninetales to Asahi, who returns it to Alola and ensures it that it has been relocated, it has been rehabilitated to its home place, and which implies that Go releases the Alola Ninetales, which is good. Go is catching it. He gets the data in the Pokédex and he releases it, which means the Pokédex data is still there and he can continue on with his research. So that's a great way. This reminds me of the Ultra Guardians missions where Ash and the gang have to catch Pokemon, they have to catch Ultra Beasts and they have to release them, which technically means that Ash catches these Ultra Beasts, which means that Ash caught a Buzzwole, Pheromosa, Staka, which means that Ash has caught all these Pokemon and has released them. So they could officially count as Ash's Pokemon, maybe not, who knows. I'd like to count them as Ash's Pokemon for now, Ash's released Pokemon. But that's not the whole point. It's like the Ultra Guardians mission, but with a complete focus to Go rather than Ash. So yeah, I felt that was a bad part in this episode. Specifically implying that Ash was only a help and Go was the person who's taking part in this Project Mew. It was just like giving a cold shoulder to Ash. It's like giving a cold shoulder to Ash, and Ash is really humble, guys. He doesn't even mind not being in this Project Mew arc as long as he reaches his goal, which is to become a Pokemon Master, whatever that goal is, who knows. But that's pretty much the episode. And it was nice to see Dragonite and Gengar return in this episode. Even for a small cameo, it was nice to see both of them return in this episode. So that's my analysis of this episode. My overall rating for this episode is a 9 out of 10. It did set up a lot of things. It set up Project Mew, it began Project Mew, and I could see something going on here. It could be an arc. Hope they do it into a complete arc. I hope they make it a continuous arc like the Darkest Day arc, and not include some random fillers, which is the next episode right now. It is a filler, but it might be good, who knows. But my point is, stop with these fillers in between big arc episodes. I mean, we got episode 68, which is a teaser for Project Mew. Then we got episode 69, which was filler. Episode 70, which is sort of a filler. And then episode 71, which set up Project Mew. And then we are getting episode 72, which is also a filler. And I'd place my bets on episode 73 for being a filler as well. And maybe we could get a Project Mew related thing in episode 74 or episode 75, who knows. But that's what I speculate about this Project Mew thing. I like this Project Mew arc. I want to see more of it. I want Ash to also take part in it, but he's sticking to being help. So that's my overall opinion about this episode. So if you like this review, please rock smash that like button, serve the subscribe button, and do leave your comments in the PC below. And until next time, Pokemon Masters, Namaste.